Hey, what's going on, working class hustlers? La Machine here. We're going to get right to work. We've got some good leads for you from the Dollar General. So let's just get right into it. I just heard something fall.
Oops.
All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see the
Okay.
screen.
So here's what we're looking at, hustlers, and follow me on this. Number one, remember, you don't have to take advantage of this. This is to kind of give you ideas. We need to take action. We're here to roll up our sleeves and get busy. So if by chance you decide that the products we're showing are not your favor, that's okay. What we're doing is learning how we select products using the software tactical arbitrage and how we go through the evaluation process. So what we're looking at is coffee. Those who follow know coffee is a great category to be in. Why? Because Americans love it. Now you may notice we're looking at Dollar General. I happen to be in Pennsylvania in the greater Carlisle area. I don't have it at my store, but you may have it in yours. So here's what we're looking at. We're looking at this costing $1 at Dollar General, first and foremost, right? Then the next thing we want to do is look on Amazon and we want to make sure we have the right size and quantity. So you've got a 1.7 ounce jar at Dollar General. You've got a 1.76 ounce. That's close enough. um, Now, in this particular instance, if you look at your Keeper chart, it's going to look flat. Again, the decision you make is going to be your decision. I would probably go with it just because number one, I know Keeper charts can be misleading, and two, I have a lot of experience in that category. But let me just show you exactly what we would do from this point. What we want to do, we're going to take the ASIN, and in this case, I'm taking it out of the URL line. You could scroll down and you could get it out of the description. Then you need to take that product and you need to put it into whatever software you're using to evaluate whether or not you could make a profit. In my case, I use the Scout feature of the Software Inventory Lab. I stick that ASIN in there. The software is going to pull all the different listings that you can see, and it's averaging. The software is going to put us at basically $7, $6.99. You could try it with different ones. For example, this is the fulfillment by Amazon column, and this would be fulfilled by merchant. But remember, we're paying $1, and basically the software will kick back at you what your return on investment would be, and that's 134%. That can be a little bit misleading. I don't have the software set to what it would cost me per pound to get it into the warehouse. Just to be on the safe side, we're going to put, say, 50 cents, and you still have a 56% return on investment. And remember, guys, this doesn't sound like a lot of money, but you can't look at it in terms of what am I making? What is the dollar amount I'm making on this item? What you have to look at is what is the dollar return I'm making on the entire budget that I put out for a particular period. In most cases, we're going to look at a month. So just think, if your budget, let's say you put out $1,000 and you were able to get a 56% return on investment, you know, you're doing pretty good. Obviously, 100% is doubling your money, but anytime, any experienced seller will tell you if you can get 50% return on investment, you're doing good. And so that would be for the entire budget that you put out. Let's go on to another one. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick look. I want to show you how did we get these results out of tactical arbitrage. And if guys, if you stick around, we're actually going to do a segment tonight where we do a little bit of teaching. We really want to get you going with this software. So if you stick around, what we're going to do today, we're going to actually do an overview of just how to navigate and what all of this stuff is along the left hand margin. But what you're going to see me do here, you're going to see me go into the search manager. I'm going to come over to the completed tab. I'm going to come down to Dollar General, and you can see we did a search. It's already completed. It added, based on the criteria that I said, it added 31 products. And when you want to look at those, what you do is just come over and view your data. And so it's not much. It's a little bit slow lately, I noticed, but it still works just fine. And today we're not gonna get into each line, but here you can see your results. And this is where I got this from, just to kind of give you an idea. We decided to do some searching on Dollar General, and Karen is gonna do a little bit of explaining as to why, because she was being considerate to the working class hustlers. But the next item that we're going to look at, again, from Dollar General, is some Kellogg's Frosted Mini Wheats. Okay. I want you to pay particular attention to this because it's important that you understand the software is doing one thing. The software is bringing results for you to evaluate. You have to know how to navigate, where to go from there. So pay attention, because I'm going to talk about that a little bit more. But again, the first thing you're looking at is what's the product, what's the size, and you want to compare that to what the actual listing is on Amazon, right? So we've got a box of Kellogg's Frosted Mini Wheats cinnamon roll, right? We've got the 14.3 ounce. We come over, Kellogg's Frosted Mini Wheats cinnamon roll, 14.3 ounce. You want to make sure it's not a multi-pack, right? So learn how to look at the information that's right in front of you. You can see number of items, one. So you know you're only dealing with one item. From here, what I like to do is open up your options so that you can see what people are doing out here. What's the competition doing, whether it's Prime, whether it's merchant fulfilled. And again, we're going to take that ASIN. We're going to come over and you're going to use whatever software you want to use. You can use the free revenue calculator that comes with your account. But I like to use not tactical arbitrage, but inventory labs, because that's just I like to prep with them and everything. And right away, you can see with FBA at $11.98, you're bringing back a profit of about $5.53. And then what you got to do is you got to put in what you're paying. So you're going to pay $3.50. I don't pay tax because I'm in Pennsylvania. And now here we are again. We're down to about 58%. We're going to make this say $4 because I do need to account for what it's going to cost to get it into the warehouse. And I don't pay 50 cents. I usually pay a lot less, more like 30. But just to be on the safe side, you're going to get basically that $4 back plus $1.53. Again, guys, that doesn't sound like much, but when you're in the category of grocery and gourmet, it's definitely a volume-based business. You guys have seen the numbers that I do. A lot of it is these types of products. 38% is not bad.
Horace,
Yes.
there's a couple of things. I'm not sure if I saw that correctly,
What?
but in the case of the frosted mini wheats, it
Mhm.
appears that it looked on the screen as though they were running some kind of coupon special or deal, so that if you bought 2 or 3, the cost goes down. When we were looking at the Dollar General page. So the main point is not necessarily about this specific thing, but it's really about always looking out for any coupons or any opportunity to bring your cost for your items down. That's really the big idea. And in this case, like I said, I think there was 2 for $6 or 3 for $7 or something. I missed the
You saw
specifics.
that at Dollar General?
I saw that on the Dollar General page. Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
hold on. I'm glad you brought that out.
Yes.
Let me
And
see if I can
then
find my.
there's something else that would apply for both of the items that you just showed. That is this.
Mhm.
Amazon allows us to register for something called the Small and Light program.
Yes, yes.
So, and those that calculation isn't factored in. So very likely, both of the items that you just showed, the ROI would likely be a little bit better. The Small and Light program is for items that are priced at $12 or under, and I believe they have to be under 2 pounds. There's some dimensions. Seller Central has more information about it. But bottom line is, items registered for Small and Light program, Amazon reduces their fees for those items. So those could end up being pretty profitable if they're good sellers.
This is amazing. I didn't even see this. Thank you for bringing that out. Look at Hustlers, 3 for $7. Now, of course, we're going to buy. It's nothing for us to pick up 10 of these, right? Because we're picking this up as inventory, not to sit down and eat cereal. So if you bought 3 of them, for example, you're paying $2.33. Well, now what we got to do, we got to come back over because that's different now. For example, you're going to make more money. And even if you put in another 50 cents to cover what you estimate it may cost you to get it into the warehouse, instead of that 58% or whatever I was showing, you're doing almost double your money here. So thank you
You're
for
welcome.
bringing that out.
And Horse,
Amazing.
would you do one more thing? Would
Sure.
you would you click on FBA and show what the difference would be between return with FBA versus
Merchant fulfilled?
merchant fulfilled?
Okay, so if
Just
you,
show it, because
right,
it's important to evaluate, to not be locked into I'm going to merchant fulfill or I'm going to FBA. It really kind of depends on what your margins would look like in either case. So that's why I'm asking you to show both options.
right. I think that's a great point because especially a guy like me, because I do a lot of merchant fulfilled as well as FBA. I don't know if in this case it would be a good one for merchant fulfilled because I know it's probably going to cost. I'm guessing uh somewhere. It's nice when you say 14.3 ounces. You would think maybe this could go first class, and even if it could, you're probably going to spend about $6 anyway. Um, but it's probably by the time you put it in a box, you're probably going to end up going over a pound. So I
Right. So
don't
you
know if
wouldn't
this would
merchant
be.
fulfill that
I,
one.
I wouldn't, but it is important that you evaluate. And that is what we're talking about, guys. You make your decision after you evaluate. And one of the points is whether or not you're going to merchant fulfill it or FBA. Excellent point. Let's take a quick second to say hello to Will Math. Um, Katie, I know I need to get with you. I got your number. You're in the United Kingdom. Expect to hear from me. And of course, Sheila
Sheila.
is there, long time hustlers. Um, we're gonna keep moving, but there's something I want to see here. Oops,
Hi, everybody.
wait a minute. Somehow I got another screen going, and I don't know how I did that.
Uh-oh.
Hold on a second. Oh Lord, have mercy. Okay,
Everything's great when it's working, right?
I think I got it. I got rid of it. We've got 18 viewers on right now, so please, hustlers, um, let us acknowledge who you are. Send a quick comment. Let us know where you're logging on from. That way we can give you a shout out. You guys took the time. You deserve to be acknowledged. Happy 2020, long time working class hustler. Uh, give us a like, guys. Hit that like button. Only takes a second, and it's your way of saying thank you. We really, really appreciate it. Let's see. Let's get back to work because we got another one for you. Let's see if I can find it. Where am I? Okay. 1 second, hustlers.
I was gonna say
So,
both of these you just showed us are great ones too, because while you checked Dollar General,
mhm.
they probably are available at other places, and it might be possible to find sales at different time
Ah,
on them.
ah, you you own it. You are on it. That's exactly what the next example we are going to talk about. So, if you notice, here we are again in the software that we use to find these leads, which is tactical arbitrage. Again, guys, you may be catching this on the replay. We're going to do a little bit of training. It's a lot to that software, so we're going to take it one segment at a time. Today's segment is just an overview, but look at, follow me on this. What are we looking at here? We're looking at some Downy Fresh Protect in wash scent beads. Okay. Uh, Now, what it looks like at Dollar General is this. Okay. So just follow along. Again, what are we doing? We're making sure we have the right product. We're making sure we have the right quantity. We're making sure we have the right size. So we come over, if I didn't lose it. Let's see. Okay, in wash scent beads, odor defense, da 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 da. Now we gotta make sure we got the right size. I think we may have the wrong size. See,
Definitely
this is
wrong
where you got to
size.
be careful with this. This one is no good. But just to finish it, as long as we're here, this one is no good. But had you had the right size, number one, you see a suppressed buy box. Whenever I see that, that's usually a good thing because the price is usually higher. Um, and had this been the right size, you could have really made that work. But this is only 5.5 ounces. And even after that, I went into Google just to do a search to see where I might be able to find it. And I also found it at Family Dollar, but it's the wrong size. So this wouldn't be any good. So we got some other results that I wanted to share with you from Target. So we'll come back to those. But before we do that, let's see who else we got here. B. Christopher says, love these lives. Thanks, brother. It is our pleasure. We do this for you. Again, guys, continue. Please continue. Those of you who are live with us right now, send a comment so that we know. We don't know you're here unless you leave a comment. We don't know you're here unless you smash the like button and show us a little love. We really appreciate it. We got a couple of things that we want to talk about again for your benefit. But before we do, working class hustlers of America and all over the globe, you may notice the brother is wearing certain attire, certain apparel. You understand? Now, if you don't like the Philadelphia Eagles, I'm so sorry. You dig? Because you're probably not in the Super Bowl. I get it. Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. You understand what I'm saying? The brothers represent. You understand what I'm saying? So I hope you guys do get a chance to watch the Super Bowl. Enjoy it. I have my plans. I'm from the south side of Chicago. I'm going to be preparing a special sandwich that we enjoy. It's called the Italian beef, and I'm in Pennsylvania, so it's a special treat for me and mine. Uh, let's see. Anybody got anything to say? Somebody said, "Fly, Eagles, fly." I would sing it, but now just ain't the time. Anyway, let's talk a little bit. First of all, Karen had a great idea because we talk a lot about the store Ollie's as far as retail arbitrage. And what Karen was so considerate enough to say is, hey, look, everybody doesn't have an Ollie. So tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, just I think in the West Coast they don't have Ollie's. I'm not sure exactly where Ollie's is. There was a lot of them for sure, but Dollar General and Family Dollar, those are stores that often have the same kind of price points that Ollie's does. So it seems like a good place to consider sourcing if you don't have an Ollie's, that's all. Or even if you do have an Ollie's, it's a good place to consider. If you're looking for particularly for low price points.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of people don't think about Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, Dollar General, and stuff like that. And with this software, I was able to actually search all three of those stores. Now, Family Dollar, you can only get if you have Tactical Bucket, which is a software that works in conjunction with
Mm-hmm.
Tactical Arbitrage. And I'll be honest with you, I've actually canceled my subscription, but I still have a little bit of time left on it. And I canceled it because the fact is I just really wasn't using it that much. I couldn't justify the cost.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, this year is about justifying cost. Uh,
Well, I was going to say
another,
there's lots of software out there. I mean, and none of it works if you don't use it.
yeah,
But
exactly.
but the other thing that we can see from just the examples that you've shown today is, you may be looking at something and it doesn't work out, but then you can kind of go down the rabbit hole, right? Because we could see that the
Yes.
Downy was selling for 27, 28. So it might be worth then, even if you don't have any particular software, you can Google and see if you can find it for a price that's going to make sense. And once you start doing that, then maybe you see a different scent. And then you go back and check and see, could you make that work? So there's as many ways to source as there are people to source.
Absolutely. Let's see. Katie says Karen looks beautiful today.
I'm looking
you
at this
know,
tomorrow's winners thing.
Although I don't disagree, someone has made another comment that sort of sets me at odds with Karen right now. I'm sad to say. Somebody says, I think Miss Karen is wearing the colors of the winners of tomorrow's Super Bowl. Well,
I just want to say that I am not signifying. I am simply recognizing that February is Heart Health Month
okay,
and Valentine's Day is coming up. So there
and
you have
sure.
it.
Okay, all right. Uh, Verena Kruger, hello to you. She is from Canada and is asking, would I have any suggestions? Well, we don't specialize in the Canadian. I don't know if you plan on selling on just the regular Amazon.com or .ca. I'm not sure what you're looking to do. I don't know if you already have an account. Are you considering getting started? Kind of let us know a
Yeah.
little bit more, and
So
we might.
OA is great. Um, if it really just depends, but Canada is, a next door neighbor, and so um, even with Family Dollar, I think you can order online and you can sell on the U.S. market, Canadian market too. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Share, subscribe, leave a comment so that we know you're out here. Let's do some, we're about to take a minute and get right back into the action because we
yeah,
all
let's
about
get
the
back
action
to
here,
it.
but we want to hear from you guys. Please leave comments so that we know you're there. And on that note, let's get back to business. Okay. So now we're at we are at Target. Now, guys, again, for those of you who are just joining, remember, these are examples. Some you will actually be able to use if you decide. Mostly, this is just to show you what you can do with the software and what you can do with just the internet finding things. And you can use this for retail arbitrage as well as online. But we want to give you some ideas and we want to give you some, something you can really sink your teeth in. Uh, it's not just about talking about theory here. We like to really get it in. So here's what we're looking at, guys. Stoneware spoon rest. Now, it's supposed to be cream and black. We got to make sure we got the right product, the right brand, the right colors, the right size. Okay. Now watch this. Should be able to get it for $2.99. Most likely you will pay some sort of tax. And now, what's the first thing you notice, Karen?
Wow, pack of
When you
two.
exactly, that's a 2-pack. So you're gonna have to factor that in. So watch how we do that. Again, the first thing we wanted to do is make sure we got the right product, right? Earth in hand with magnolia, spoon rest, cream, and black. It's a pack of 2, and it's going for somewhere around 1997. So we're going to grab that ASIN. We're going to come over to my software, and once again, we're going to stick it in there. We're going to let it pull up what it pulls up. It's saying about 1995. Now, if you buy 2, well, then you're paying for 2. So we're going to say $6. Let's see. Now, again, you're gonna have to wrap this. This is a multi-pack, and it's glass. Some people don't want to deal with that, and you know what La Machine says. Some people don't want to deal with that. Good, because now you have a degree of separation. You're gonna have to do the things that others don't to have the things that others won't. Everybody looking for easy. There's no growth in easy. So
Yeah.
put the thought in your mind. Get your mind right. Get your money right. All right. Now,
Katie offered a caveat that is she lost money uh, on something. It was a pack of 2. So it really goes back, horse, to your earlier point. You can't just look at the description line, or the title line, though in this case it's very clear right at the top in bold, pack of 2. But I've seen them. I've seen a 2-pack buried down in the description, not in
yeah,
the title, not in the bullets, way down in the description. So especially when you're getting started, just getting started, but all the time, really, it's just worth it to take another few seconds and just read through anything because you don't want to miss
it's
a
imperative.
2-pack.
It's imperative. And I have showed last week another trick is because sometimes you really can't find it anywhere. Look in the questions that people have asked. Look in the reviews, and a lot of times someone asks, "Hey, how many of these am I getting?" And someone will answer, and there you have it. Otherwise, you're gonna do what Katie did, and what all of us have done at some point.
I've
At some
definitely
point,
done it.
You gonna learn, and sometimes the hard lessons are the ones that stick with you. Okay, because it's a lot more thought goes into it. Once you screw up, now you got to say, now what do I do? And that is gonna get your attention enough so that you learn. But if you can avoid it, that's what you want to do. Okay, so guys, I don't know what your tax situation is, so I'm not gonna put that in there. But right off the bat, it looks like you could make, without accounting for what it's going to cost you to send it in, you could make like, I don't know, somewhere around 85% return on investment if you went FBA. Now, if you went merchant fulfilled, just depends. It just depends on how much you're going to spend. I do a lot of merchant fulfilling, and I actually think you might earn a little less. But there's another point I want to make, and Karen, you can kind of chime in on this. Oftentimes, people assume that FBA is going to garner the lion's share of the sales. I've learned that's not always the case. It's not.
That's true.
So you might end up making less, but actually selling more. Now you're only going to learn that through experience. So you may order a product and order enough so that you can list that product both merchant fulfilled and FBA and see which one takes off. I do it all the time. So,
I do the same. I do the same thing. I do both.
all right.
Also, just I will just say this just for the viewers that are here. That Hearth and Hand brand from Target is a absolute winner. I don't know that particular uh, product, but I will tell you, I sell a lot of Hearth and Hand. Just get it from Target.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's on sale, sometimes it's not, but either way, it tends to be very popular in terms of a brand. And then, well, with regard to the sales tax situation, where I live, the sales tax is 6%. However, at Target, if you use a red card, and you can have a red card, you can do debit or credit, whatever works for you, but then you automatically get 5% discount. And they will also give you some other offers sometimes. So it's a great way to make it work.
Hustlers, are you paying attention? The woman is dropping gems out here today. Y'all better, I tell you what, y'all better recognize we've got 22 people out here with us right now. We only got 12 likes. Working class hustlers, that's a problem. If you haven't taken a moment to hit that like button, please do that right now, and also leave a comment because we want you to be recognized. Now let's go on back into the work here.
Did you see Verena? Do you know Verena?
Yeah, I think Verina's from Canada. When we
Yes, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
All right, let's see what's going on here. Gotta get back in here. Okay. So the next thing we're gonna look at this. And again, hustlers, if we're showing items and you happen to know that there might be IP complaints on it, let us know, because some of these I may not know, or even Karen may not know. If you know, do the working class hustlers a favor. Some people use IP alert. IP, for those of you who don't know, obviously that it's for intellectual property, but anything that has been, a lot of these companies will come after you if they don't want you selling their products. It's something that we all deal with. It's part of the arbitrage game. There's no way around it. So just understand, it's not a deal breaker. We've been doing arbitrage for years. Both Karen and I are six-figure sellers, so you just have to understand. So help us if you know. But we're looking at a PrepWorks Pro Keeper Plus Mini Keeper. Okay. It's going for $7.99. Obviously, you'll probably have sales tax. So the next thing you want to do, remember, you want to make sure you got the right brand, the right count, the right size. Okay. So we're looking at the mini, Progressive International Pro Keeper, blah, 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 blah. And it's a one count. I love it when they put the count right there in the description. We've got a suppressed buy box. You guys know I like that. That usually means you got a higher price. And once again, we're going to take that ASIN. We're going to bring it over to Inventory Lab. Remember, guys, you don't have to use Inventory Lab. Whatever you're using, there's all types of software that'll help you quickly do your calculations. And if you don't have any of those, you can just use the free revenue calculator that Amazon provides.
And I would say, with regard to checking for IP complaints, I know sellers, resellers who just simply plug the name of the manufacturer, the company, and the words IP complaints into Google, and you're able to turn up information about whether or not they issue IP complaints.
Cool. That's a cool tip. I wouldn't have thought of
Yeah,
that.
just in Google. I mean, none of it's 100%. You can't be 100% certain. Sometimes you get information that they issue IP complaints and they really don't, or maybe they used to and they don't anymore, or vice versa. But it's worth it to just check and see, and then you can evaluate your risk tolerance.
Okay. Excellent. So here's what we're going to do. We've got it at 2049 FBA. And if you're spending $7.99, now obviously you're going to have to spend a little bit of tax. I can't account for that for you, but you figure we'll just put it in at, say, $8.50. You're not doing too bad, So you're talking about you could round up maybe to 55%, give or take. That's not a bad deal. Let's take a closer look at the product on the Amazon page, because products like this, they tend to do pretty well. Now, we're not really talking Keeper, but just as a general rule, when you see that green line doing a lot of movement, that's usually a sign that it's a popular product. Another thing you notice, if you go all the way back to November, you don't see any tan, which means Amazon hasn't been in on that product. Okay. And it's ranked 109,000 thereabouts in kitchen and dining, which is excellent. So what do you think? We got a good one, Karen?
I'm on it. I'm going to do it. I don't know what everybody else is. No, I don't know. But no, I think it is a good one. Absolutely. Assuming it checks out in terms of IP complaints.
Well, what would you say to the hustlers in terms of selling under the kitchen and dining category? What would you say about that?
An excellent category. Excellent category.
Because a lot of people, especially newbies, they come in saying, "Man, where should I be?" Because in the beginning, you really need sales. You need it for various reasons. Number one, obviously, you want to make money, but you're trying to build your confidence. You're trying to build, your belief in the system. Because once you believe, you're going to do what you need to do. But you can be skeptical in the beginning. So if you can get into that category, kitchen and dining, you've got a higher likelihood of success.
Yeah.
And you
volume.
Don't be discouraged.
Yeah. High volume sales, low cost of entry, typically your investment. I mean, the things that what you just showed, that's not too bad. You don't want to come out the gate buying, $80 Nikes that you're hoping to sell for $200, whatever the cost might be. How many pair of Nikes can you buy then? But with the
Mhm.
kitchen area, you could buy a lot and you could have a lot of sales. Get your velocity going.
And I think exactly. I think it's the kitchen and dining category is one of those that's really good for, your foundation.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times you end up trying multiple categories, but there's that one category that's really your base, your foundation, and it's reliable, it's dependable. You need that little your wheelhouse where you can count on, replens. We talk a lot about replenishables. When you get into kitchen and dining, you can get into some products where you can replen over and over. Or if you're doing retail arbitrage, you may be in a place like Ollie's, we talk about all the time. You want to clear the shelves. And you'll know with experience, you'll know. You may have to wait a while, but you'll know people are using kitchen and dining products in the home. The kitchen is the the lifeblood of it. It's the main thing. It's where everybody comes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Though at Target, do not try to clear the shelves at Target. Just buy a few and go to your car and then come back to another lane and buy a few more. Target does not is not reseller friendly. So you do not want them onto the fact that you are purchasing for resale.
Got you. That's good information. I see 14 likes. Hustlers, please hit that like button for us. We're going to keep hollering about it because you're here, we here. We need to be acknowledged. That's you and me. So if you haven't left a comment for us, please give us a quick comment just to let us know that you're here. We want interaction with you. That's what we're here for. Now, we're going to go into a segment real quick where I'm going to take a moment to actually teach a little bit about the software tactical arbitrage. Now, if you've followed my channel for any length of time, you know around here, all roads lead to tactical arbitrage. That's good for me. It's good for you if you know how to use the software. So I would like to take a moment, if I may, and I'm gonna pull the lovely Miss Karen out for 1 second. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look. We're gonna take a minute and kind of go over just the basics of tactical arbitrage. Okay. Now, for those who may be catching the replay, anybody who's watching in the background, maybe you didn't want to leave a comment, maybe you didn't want to do anything, and you're wondering what is this software he keeps talking about. This software, tactical arbitrage, will actually search hundreds and hundreds of websites and allow you to search for products under all categories. And the purpose is to pull back potential profit bearing products that you can make money with. It does so much of the heavy lifting for you. And we're actually, let's see, we might as well show you right off the bat just to give you an idea of some of the different sites. And remember, we're talking not just in the United States. You've got the UK, Canada, Germany, India, Australia, and on it goes. But just in the US, look at the different sites that this software will search for you. Some of them don't have the actual logos loaded, but you can just see. I mean, look at where we are here. We haven't even scratched the surface. Look at these. There is no way you're going to be able to do all of this by hand. When you're looking for a particular product and you want to check every store that happens to have it, wow, it is absolutely amazing what you can do with this product. So let's go back real quick. What we're going to do, we're going to take a quick glance at everything along the left-hand margin. Okay. You can put it on dark mode if you prefer that. That's a fairly recent option. I came in light whenever it was light, so I haven't gotten used to that. Maybe one day I will. The first thing you look at is your dashboard, and you look at different things. So you can see I've been a member since March of 2018. Okay, right away you can see what searches you have active, how many you have completed that you haven't deleted yet. You've got your rubies. We'll talk about that a little bit down the road. And basically, it's just an overview. Now you can see I have product search, I have Amazon flips, reverse search, wholesale, and library. And mostly you can see all I really use is products, reverse search, and wholesale. So the next one down the screen is going to be your actual product search. Okay. What a product search is you telling the software, hey, search a particular site and look for certain categories or however you designate, when you go into your filters. But what you're telling the product is you're going to pick the particular site or sites, because you can have a search across multiple sites. But just to give you a quick look at it, what you're going to, in product search, you're going to pick the website. Okay. That's different than reverse search, which we will come to later. Let's see now. I want to see if I can highlight my mouse so we can follow a little bit better. The next one we're going to look at is called reverse search. Now, reverse search is different. Reverse search, you don't tell the software to look at a particular store. Reverse search, you say, hey, I want to scan for example, all of the best sellers in a particular category. And I'm picking categories: arts and crafts, automotive, baby products, beauty and personal care, and on and on and on. So that one is really, really good, because then you're not saying just search Target, just search Walmart. You're saying, hey, scan bestsellers, look for example, toys and games, and go search every site for my criteria. And we'll get into criteria and stuff like that at another time. We're just kind of going an overview. You can also do what they call a wholesale search. That's if you want, say you found a wholesaler, and what wholesalers will generally do is provide you with a spreadsheet that's just full of different products, and you don't have the time to try and go over. It could be easily thousands of products, and you can plug that in. Now, of course, that's a different level in terms of what membership you have. Okay. But that's what wholesale is about. Then you have Amazon flips. I don't hear people talk about flips as much as they used to, but an Amazon flip is where you buy a product from Amazon, let Amazon ship it to you, then turn right around and sell it on the platform. If you do that, you don't want to use your Prime membership for that. Okay. Just as an aside. You've got your library search. That's if you're specifically into books. There's nothing about that feature that I have found personally that's any better than either a product search or a reverse search when it comes to books. You do have a feature we talked about last week called Always Be Scanning. Catch that replay. Always Be Scanning says this. It says, hey, I don't feel like going in and setting up a search. I'd like for the software to always be running scans. And then when I have a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I can just come right to Always Be Scanning, go through the results and see if there's something, because time is of the essence. Moving right along, guys, you have your search manager. We sort of touched on that. This gives you an overview of what you have currently queued up, which is a fancy way of saying running. I've got a toys and games reverse search going. It's already got over 1,000 products. It's checked over 142,000. And you could tab through your completed searches, your saved. Let's say you had a saved search. You can set that to auto run whenever you want periodically. That is a huge feature because that takes Instead of it's almost like setting up your always be scanning, okay, and you set the stores, the categories, whatever it is that you wanted. And now we're let's see. Now you have your analysis. Analysis could be used, for example, one that you might want to look at is tactical edge. Okay. Tactical edge gives you a lot more data on a particular product. Again, when it comes to selling on Amazon, it's all about understanding how to evaluate. Okay. So you've got things like variations. I tell you what, some of these we're going to have to get into. This box calculator, I've never seen. Look at this. What is that? Bundleizer? Uh, that'd be great. But we got to go through some of these. The only ones that they used to have was tactical edge and variations, and maybe the your matches. So we will get into that as we move on. Recycle bin, whenever you delete products, they go into the bin and then they're eventually deleted. View inventory, that is actually connected with your account, with your Amazon account, and it will show you your inventory. And there's a lot you can do with that. Maybe we'll get into that at some point. When you come over to resources, if you've used the software for any length, you'll be able to tell that they've changed the layout quite a bit. Look at the videos that they have. They've changed that entire layout. You've got a quick start video, dashboard, product search, pretty much everything you would need. They have a video on it. So, and then of course you've got your support, and they're not immediate. There's no number to call, but they do get back with you. So that's pretty much what we wanted to cover for the overview. If you have any questions about that, you guys already know I'm here to help. My number is always available. Here, I'll put it up for you. If you ever need to connect, if you ever have any questions, guys, we only have about maybe 10 minutes left. I tell you what, we had another thing that we were going to talk about. Karen, you had a caveat about Ollie's. Did you cover that already?
No, I didn't talk about that. I think last week when we were on, we were talking about sourcing at Ollie's a little bit. And one caveat that I've discovered really since we did that video is that be careful about electronics at Ollie's, because oftentimes you see an item, an electronic item, and it's in a box and it's full color box and it looks brand new and it's great. But it could be in very, very teeny tiny print. You might see refurbished. And the last thing you want is to send something to Amazon representing it as new, and then customer finds out, looks at the fine print and sees refurbished. So I actually did that. That happened to me. Fortunately, it was just a comment left, and they did not give me negative feedback about it. It was just a comment. And I went to the item and I looked at it, and sure enough, you would need a magnifying glass to find it, but it was there. So just a little caveat, just be careful about that.
Okay. Well, you may have noticed I sort of changed up the wardrobe just a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? Yo, it's all about the Super Bowl tomorrow. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, you understand where I'm coming from? You understand? Hey, if you're not an Eagles fan, yo, here's what you do. Just watch us win Okay, just I'm not. Listen, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Is short for fanatic. Okay, I'm not about that. You want me to be a fan? You got to pay me. The Eagles ain't paying me, but at the same time, I do have to represent.
Oh
Okay,
boy.
don't get mad. Don't get mad. All right, all right, guys. So now we're gonna take our last few minutes to acknowledge anyone who wants to just say hello, or if you have a question, comment, concern, let us know. Other than that, we're going to be getting out of here in about, I don't know, 5 minutes. And if nobody has anything, as it appears they don't, then I'm going to do what I love to do. I'm going to show another product. And in the meantime, please give us a thumbs up. We've got 15 likes. I think we can do better than that, guys. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button, if you have not subscribed to the channel, okay, make sure you do that. And also, there is a link in the description. If you'd like to try the software Tactical Arbitrage, we have a link that'll give you, instead of what is it? I think you get 3 free days, but with our link, you get 10. And make sure you take the lightning courses. We've put together a series so that in 10 minutes, you could be up and searching. What we want is for you to actually be using this product while it's free and making money. Okay. It's worth its weight in gold. Yeah, but if you ain't got to pay for it and you could be making money, that's great. Go ahead.
Yeah. Do you know, when I first started with Tactical Arbitrage, I literally had Tactical Arbitrage up on my screen, and then I had to my side an iPad with the lightning course going. I looked at the lightning course, but I had the iPad going with the lightning course, and I would stop and start. So you'd say, click this, this, and this, and I click, and then I play it some more. And that very first time out, I got some great winners. So it's just a suggestion that if viewers decide to try it, then get another device on your phone or something, and it feels like Horace is right there with you, just coaching you through the whole process.
All right, we got a problem. Katie says 2 years and keep losing money with Amazon. I'm thinking about just quitting. How long can I be out on holiday without needing to register all over again, please? Okay, so first of all, we gotta have a come to Jesus moment here. So I'm gonna call you. You're not quitting until we specifically go over your case one-on-one. There's certain questions I need to ask.
You can do this, Katie. You just, Horace definitely
go for it.
Can help you.
I mean, we gotta talk about it.
You can do it.
How long can you be on holiday without needing to register? I think, but I want to say what she's asking is,
how long can you be inactive or not have any activity on your account before they deactivate you?
Because there is a button you can click and just put your store on vacation, or whatever they call it, vacation mode or something. Mm-hmm. They do have that. I just can't. I can't think of what they call it. But yeah, I'm gonna give you a call. I know it's late over there already, so
I'll try to find out the answer to that, Horace, and telegraph it to you, and then you can share with Katie when you guys talk.
Yeah. But if you're not making money, I guarantee you, between Karen and I, we can fix that. There's no reason.
It can be fixed.
There's money out here. And it's probably something simple. Katie, you've been a hustler for a while. So, you know what? Chris, I do have 2 phones. Sorry about that. that phone does work. It's still my number. I promise you. Actually, you know what? When this show is over, go ahead and text me again when you're ready to talk, and we'll get you going. I apologize for that. No excuses around here. I got a lot going on, but I'm going to give you priority. So, Katie says maybe
You
I
can
don't.
be successful. There are sellers living in Brazil and all kind of places all around the world that are selling on Amazon and being successful. He'll help you out.
I think we're going to use WhatsApp. Uh, yeah, yeah, because I think I got a message from your sister. I think I got your WhatsApp, so we're gonna go that way.
Hmm.
Sound good? In the meantime, let's look at one more item. I know I'm supposed to be done with this. It has been exactly 1 hour, but we're gonna give you one more item. Why? Because we love you. See, some of y'all not old enough to know that. What reference was that, Karen?
I'm sorry.
MIC
KEY
KEY. Why? Because
MOUSE.
we love you.
Oh, I am laughing at 123's comment about that UPS video. Oh my gosh. I couldn't even believe it.
What?
Folks, if you haven't seen this video, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I would just
What?
say, just check out that video where Horace goes to the UPS and goes right in and puts his packages on the conveyor belt.
You
But
know,
I could relate because I have been in a situation where the front office, where you go to check your things in, they were closed, but I needed that stuff to get out, but I did not ever consider going inside. So
see there?
anyway, folks should check it out.
See
It's
there?
it's hilarious.
What did B. Christopher say? Oh, we got to take this one. He says, "What is your favorite tactic to avoid price tanking? Jump on listings and then they tank too often." Karen, take it away.
Oh, I I would just say my tactic is the hold strategy. It
Buy,
really
buy and hold.
buy and hold.
Mhm.
So if you find something that is a great price and a popular product, chances are the reality is you're not the only one that's finding it. So you really do have to look at how many sellers are on when you get started and send in a few. If you're doing FBA or if you're merchant fulfilling, then that's even better because you don't have to worry about storage fees. But if you're doing merchant fulfilled, you can just set your price and wait. The market will clear out. It will. They will sell off. It'll take some time. You don't want your inventory, you don't want 100 of something sitting in the warehouse gathering fees while you are waiting. But if you can store them and wait, it's worth it. And after you've done it for a while, I've been converting to this strategy. Um, you get things into the pipeline, and it doesn't feel so terrible to wait after a while.
Mhm. And Karen, you've mentioned in the past, and it's so true. Pay attention, hustlers. When you're out there hustling, uh, you don't live alone. You're not the only person sourcing. You need to figure that if you found a good product, someone else found it too. And then you have to remember there are people watching you, watching you. They're reverse searching your store. People have invented software that allows them to stalk you. And so we're all stalking each other, running from one product, tanking it, running to the next, tanking it. See, B. Christopher. See, now he done got me started. Now I'm about to start hooping
No,
and hollering
I've
and
got
preach.
I've got quite a few products that I've been holding on to for about 3 months. I mean, I really want to just buy things and send them in and sell them, but it wouldn't be wise to do so. If I can just wait about another month, I'm going to get twice as much as I could get for them right now.
That requires a strategy. So
Hmm.
that means you can't blow your whole budget.
Right.
You have to understand if you're gonna really work out here, you're gonna be selling products today that you might have had a month ago, 3 months ago. Again, it's gonna require some thinking, it's gonna require some strategy. Like Karen said, you can't buy 50 units and send them all in because you're going to be collecting fees. You might send a couple of them in,
Hmm.
and the couple that you sent in, that's the tug on your fishing line because ain't nothing going to bite until everybody else runs out, and then all of a sudden the two or three that you got sitting in the warehouse go, and you go wait, and then you go out there and look, and everybody else has sold out. All the
So
fools
that
that wanted to fight, they
right,
gone, and then you send yours in. But that requires patience,
right.
discipline. Discipline is the thing.
Right.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll do first in and last in.
Mm-hmm.
So I send in a few because I see there's only a few sellers, but I know a product it's going to catch on. People are going to find it and the price is going to tank. So I send in a few, make a few fast bucks, and then I hold back on the rest, and then when they sell out, there I am. So I've got the last. I've got the last.
Absolutely. Well, guys, I was gonna show you one more product that's in the coffee category. You guys know I love coffee because Americans love it. If you can find a good coffee product, it's gonna be great. We don't have the time to go through the full evaluation, but you've got toasted coconut mocha. You don't see that flavor a lot. That's where you're going to really shine when it comes to these types of products. If you could get it for $9.99 and it's selling upwards $20, you could do pretty good. And don't be fooled when you see a lower price. Wait a minute. There's $5 shipping and handling on that as well. Okay. I don't have time to do the entire evaluation. I got to spend some quality time. But for the lovely Miss Karen, my name is Horace, also known as La Machine. This is what to sell on Amazon. We're going to wish you all a wonderful, wonderful evening. Think about me tomorrow during the Super Bowl because next week we're going to talk about whether I won or whether I lost. Some of you might be ready to give me the business if I lost. Get ready. Text me. Perhaps you would like to post a wager. Anyway, once
Horace,
again,
I don't know what you're talking about, but next week I want to talk about Bed Bath and Beyond. We don't have time now. We're not going to do it. But
all right.
next week,
Oh yeah, we were supposed to get
that's
on that.
okay. We'll do it
Time
next week.
flies when you're having fun. What a
That's
shame.
right. We got to go. It's time to go.
All right. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Good night. Bye, everybody. Thanks.
Leave a comment if you need to. You got my number. Text me. Some of y'all, we got something going on. So, Will, Chris, Katie, we got to get together. We're going to make it happen. All right, guys, out of here.